We need to get all the balls in the bags, everything. All the balls put away. No balls. All the balls need to come out here. Can we get the high school guys for that? All the balls picked up. All the balls put in the bags. We've got a plastic bag. We have brought one to get all the balls over here. All the balls. We don't want any balls. We have all the high school guys put the balls away. Come on back. We're waiting for you to come back. All the high school guys, come on back. Put the balls away. It's a really exciting time for a program. It's the second year we've had the Jamboree here. At Eastmoreland. It's great to have a facility in the neighborhood that we can do this. It costs a lot of money though, $500, but we think it's worth it. It's the only time we get our whole program together. We have fourth graders, maybe even a few third graders, all the way through seniors in high school here today. Most everyone that is in our program is here, and it's just a great time. For me, it's kind of like an unbelievable dream. 8 years ago in October, right before the basketball season was started, I was asked to take this job. I've been in the neighborhood for 40 years. Coach since 1969. I'm really old. And I thought I was retired. I was 62 years old then. Thought I was ready to completely retire, and they asked me to take this job for 1 year. And I took the job. I told them I'd take the job if I could get some help. And I called some people. But since that time, I've met some terrific people. I think we have the best coaching staff. You guys come on back, put the balls away. You're all over here. All the high school guys, get over here. Put all the balls away. There's no balls being shot.
They're putting them in the bag over here. Once the balls are in.
We're waiting for you. Get over here. Let's go. We got our seniors. They started as 7th graders in this program. I remember when some of their parents met with them at my house, along with Mr. Will Namura and a lot of their parents, and we started the youth league. So this thing is about 6 years old, 6 or 7 years old. And because of that, our program's getting better every year. Our high school teams are getting better. And it's just a great thing to see. It's great to see all you young men here, and that you all want to be basketball players. My biggest regret is that not every kid gets to play basketball as long as they want. That would be the dream. Of course, we don't have enough gym facilities. But we're starting a middle school program. That's exciting. It's modeled after our program. And Lincoln has one, and Grant started one last year. And Wilson House has a program. But other than that, there hadn't been a program like this. And Marshall Haskins, the director of athletics for the Portland School District, said, "Can it be done?" We said, "Yeah, it can be done." It's happened in our neighborhood, in our community, because of all you people, because of all you young guys. And we got a program going, and it's really exciting. Now middle school athletics is starting, and we'll have teams that'll play competitive against other middle schools. Now the Three Rivers League, which we've been playing in, you people know, they want to come and play with us. They want to come play with the PIL team because they know we're organized, we're doing a good job. The Three Rivers, we had to beg to get to play with them. Now they're wanting to be in our league. I want to introduce my coaches that are here, so I'm probably going to forget somebody. I hope you're up around. But My JV coach is Mike Walden, and you all know him because he's been one of our youth directors. Mike, I don't know where you are right now. There's Mike in the back. Man, he kind of organized this thing. Puts in countless hours and wants to coach the youth team, even though he's now our JV coach at the high school level. Lauren Hall is our freshman coach. Been with us 6 years. Ron Hall is coaching JV2 this year. Has been a volunteer assistant. Now he's coaching JV2. Sam Glasgow is coaching the 8th grade team. Oz Kilmendi. I know David Carr's here. David Carr and Mike Walden are coaching the 7th grade middle school. 6th graders Chris Boneff and Ed Sir. Wave. It takes a lot of people. You can see a lot of great people, and that's just been like a blessing to me. I've been feel like I'm so blessed to have done this. It's been the most gratifying experience. It's not about wins and losses, guys. Totally. I had championship teams. I had 2 teams play for the state championship at Benson. As a coach, all you want to do is take a bunch of young kids and see how good you can get them by the end of the year. See how good we can be. Here we are in November. Let's see how good we can be by March. Craig Coakley's going to talk to you in a minute. He's my associate head coach, and he'll be up here to talk to you. Did I miss anybody? Will, I think I'm ready to step down. Will Nomura is, without a doubt, the one that does all the hard work, the stuff that's not seen, all the computer work, forming the teams, keeping track of the money. And it takes a lot of money to run this program. Keeping track of all that, and does it in such an organized way. Is a very outstanding individual. Just happened to have the time to put into this. This would have not happened without Will Nomura. I'm totally indebted to him.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach. But we really know why this program works and is success is because of Coach Emery and who he is for all these years. We are very fortunate to have a young man as him invest his time and money and effort and his love and compassion and his knowledge to all of you, because this would not have happened without him. So let's just give it back to him one more time. All right, so we have a lot of details to go through, but I'm not going to go through those now because it's just a lot. So keep track of your emails. There's going to be a lot more emails coming out here in the next day or two that's going to give you a lot more information about finances, about the practices, about all the paperwork that we need to get done and in place before we can start. And so just, look at your emails. Everything's going to happen with your email, all right? So what I'm going to talk to you about now is the finances. Because unfortunately, we love this program. We want to include everybody that wants to play basketball, but unfortunately we can't. And that was our limitation this year because of the PIL Middle School Youth Athletic Program. And they have a whole of the gyms, and we can only have a certain number of teams. And that's why we don't have rec teams at 7th and 8th grade. But this program is about gym space. It's about having enough gym space for all you to practice. And that's why I don't have that information for you right now, because I'm finalizing the last details. All right, so finances. So when you look at what we do as a program, we are an official 501c3 program. We're a separate organization called Cleveland Basketball LLC. All right, we come alongside the high school program, and we are the youth program for this school district. And all that takes some money. All right, that's why you pay the money. You pay a little bit more than probably the PIL athletic program for the Three Rivers, the 4th and 5th, some of the rec teams, but it's because we have to finance this program. And that's why we have one fundraiser every year. Yeah, fundraising, we know it's a big, bad, ugly word, but it's just something we have to do. And so rather than sell cookie dough this year, what we're doing is this free throw-a-thon that Coach Coakley is going to talk to you about, because he's a master at doing this. And so I will throw this back to him in just a second. But the nice thing about this fundraiser is that all the money comes back to the program. We don't have to buy anything. We don't have to subsidize it with some money. All the money that is donated and is contributed with the free throw-a-thon comes back to the program. So that's the exciting part of it. But the money is used because 24% of our players, need some type of financial assistance. We want everybody to play. Whether they can afford to play or not, we want them to play. And so a lot of the fundraising money goes to that. We have gym space we have to rent. We have insurance, we have accounting, we have legal. We have all the things that an association goes through, right, to be a viable organization, to be stable, to be consistent, so that we can build upon it every year. And that's why we are where we're at today, is because everybody's help financially, but also just with your help as well. So we appreciate that. We have Marshall Haskin. He says, what is the success of your program? We always say it's the community. It's the community. Without your help and support and generous giving, we don't have a program. So we always throw it back to the community, and we're very, very fortunate, we're very blessed to be in this area and have a community like you. So I'm going to throw this to Coach Coakley. He's going to talk to you about the fundraiser and get you all excited for that. So here we go.
Okay. All right. Okay, my name's Craig Coakley. I was head basketball coach at a little school called Napa High School. Can everyone hear me okay? Sometimes you get on one of these and it's not broadcasting. Okay.
Really close.
Anyway, there, that's better. Okay, I came on board with the Cleveland program last year. Coach Emery brought me on to work with him as an assistant coach. Very thankful for that opportunity, and from what I've seen in the year that I've been here, this community, this Cleveland Warrior community supports basketball. And that's without a doubt the most important step in building a basketball program. And these guys have already put this program in the direction that it needs to go. Families like yourselves are going to be the ones that push it along. Now, finances, I'm not here to sell fundraising. We all know what the reality of that is. You have to raise funds in order to have a top-notch program. This free throw-a-thon, I did it for 15 years at Napa High School. We had 4th grade through 12th grade, which was roughly 80 shooters. Cleveland program will have about 225 shooters. It's all relative. Basically, in a nutshell, the kids will be given a packet. Karine, I think you can go ahead and start passing those packets out now to kind of save some time. You parents that are here are going to be relied upon to take this fundraiser very seriously. We have a goal set for $5 a shot per kid. This isn't something that this is the first time that I've had any experience with this. I did it year after year after year after year. And the reality is many of the players will have access to family, work, just a whole different dynamic, and they'll be able to raise more money than some of the other kids. But very important, coaches, that all of your kids participate, and you have to push that. This isn't a passive thing. For 2 weeks now, you can't force somebody. It's not about that, no headlock or any of that. But you've got to keep emphasizing and enforcing this because it's fair. Everybody works at it. We've got kids, and it just seems like, this is, again, my experience, and it's probably going to hold true here too, but some of your better players are your weakest fundraisers. Not good. Bad for them. They need to be held accountable, and their feet need to be put to the fire to participate so everybody's on the same page and everybody's doing the same work. Don't let kids off the hook, especially, and you're going to see it. It'll be these, your better players are the ones that they kind of feel a little bit privileged, and we can't let that go on. That's not fair. But we have to make sure everybody is participating fully. It's only 2 weeks. And I guarantee you, it is way, way better than washing cars, selling candy. What else have we all done? Punch cards, the little restaurant, $2 off of Burger King or whatever, that stuff. No money in it. And it's hard, it takes time, pain. This, to get $5 a shot, and again, everybody's situation is a little bit different, but 2 hours is the max. The max. That's going door to door in the neighborhood. Okay? 10 people, 50 cents a shot, yeah, you got your $5. And you don't have to stop there, but you have to work at getting to that point. Don't just put it on the shelf and forget about it. Okay, I'm going to go over a checklist that is in your player's packet. In that packet will be free throw-a-thon pledge sheets. There'll be a time slot at the bottom of that pledge sheet which will tell your son or daughter what time they'll shoot on the 21st of November at the Cleveland High School gym. There'll be 10 shooters at a time every half hour. We should be able to get through it in about 8.5 hours doing it that way. Okay, so I don't miss anything, I'm gonna use my own checklist here to make sure that I'm getting the right information out to you. And if you have any questions at all, please raise your hands and I'll address it. Okay, so getting started, attend the Cleveland Basketball Jamboree and we're here, so we did that part. Received your free throw-a-thon packet. Packets will contain free throw-a-thon pledge sheet, cover sheet with the player's name, his grade, and his scheduled shoot time. Shoot time will tell you what time players will shoot free throws at the free throw-a-thon in 2 weeks. Okay. The pledge drive itself goes for 2 weeks through the 20th. Please make sure that on the sheets that the handwriting is legible. The goal is $5 per shot. And on that sheet, write your player's name and grade. If there's a supplemental sheet, let's put it that way. If you come to the free throw-a-thon and you have more than 25 pledges, put it on another sheet of paper and make sure that his name and grade is on that so it doesn't get lost or confused. Okay, the free throw-a-thon itself will be at the Cleveland High School gym. They'll start at 9 o'clock. It'll go through probably 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night. And your player will have his time on his pledge sheet. You'll see that shortly. Now this is important. It's in the literature, but you parents that are here, when you show up to the free throw-a-thon on the 21st at your scheduled time, you'll come into the gym and myself, probably Corey Lyons and some other people will be there. Check with us. Bring or provide, I should say, a counter rebounder. It can be, and I've done it both ways in the past, had players do the counting and the rebounding, but it actually works better when the family members or somebody, or a big brother even, is doing it. It just kind of had a better vibe to it. You know, the families were doing it and interacting with each other, and it was kind of a cool thing. So I just stuck with that. It made it easier for everybody. So just make sure that when your son comes to shoot, or daughter comes to shoot, that somebody's there to rebound and count. And we'll provide you with some sheets that make it easier for you to keep track of how many they're making. Okay? Once the 100 free throws are a shot at the assigned basket, you'll turn those sheets in to the free throw-a-thon officials at the site. And you'll have to wait for just a second. We'll calculate the amount due, so you don't have to take that home and do it. You couldn't, but we'll do that real quick. So you'll have your amounts due, and then we'll give those sheets or sheet back to you, and you'll take them out, and the kids will collect from the donors. Okay, and there's a manila envelope that will be, is there a manila envelope with those? Manila envelope with those sheets, and you'll put the actual money and checks and that type of thing, the pledges in those envelopes. Okay, as you collect, this is very important. At Napa, we used to send it out in the mail. There was an electrical contractor. We used our QuickBooks. My wife, we billed them out as invoices, and we accounted for everything that way. We're going to have the kids collect here, but the accounting is very important. Let's take an example. Let's say you have 16 pledges on your sheet, and your son or daughter was able to successfully collect 14. Well, there'll be 2 people on there that didn't or weren't able to, or whatever happened, you weren't able to collect the pledge from them. Please highlight the names with a yellow highlighter or something like that, or you could, some way, on the pledge sheet, just mark as paid. All right, so when we get the sheet back with the money, everything will be reconciled. And then we can look and see that the names of the pledge, the people that we're going to donate, they'll be still in white. And, you know, the information will be there. Again, for accountability purposes, we have to be able to follow up with those names just to make sure they didn't donate cash and then the cash didn't show up. Does that make sense? When you're raising funds, accountability is very, very important. And if you're going to have the kids collect, we have to make sure that we're doing everything we can to safeguard against any irregularity. Does that make sense? And that will all be in the information that you get from your kids. You'll be able to read what I'm stumbling through here. Okay, and again, the money's got to match the amount that's on those pledge sheets. And then on Monday, November 30th, you'll turn the envelopes in with the money and the pledge sheets to the coaches at your scheduled practice time on that Monday, the 30th. If you don't normally practice on that day, you'll have a ability to turn that in arranged by your coach. Okay, and again, I'm going to just talk about the fact that $5 is very realistic. Don't be scared of that. And if you go around and collect, I'm going to just, this is again from some experience. Let's say that you go to the very first person that you contact and she puts a nickel per shot down. And that's fine. You don't want to get into the business of saying, what? But, thank you. Now, I'm going to take that nickel that's written down on my pledge sheet here and I'm going to write it down on another piece of paper. And then, because I don't want that on there when I go to the next person, because most people, they're not going to sit there and do the mental gymnastics. Some will just say, well, can I just give you 30 bucks? Yeah, and fine, just write that down as a flat fee, perfect. But if you put a nickel per shot and you go to the next guy, he's just, yeah, okay, I'll go nickel. And then pretty soon you got a kid that went out and got 30 pledges and they're all a nickel and he worked super hard only because that first line was a nickel. So just be careful not to get caught into that trap is all, okay? All right, are the packets all turned in? Coaches, I'll talk to you guys really quick. You've heard me probably talking about it. For 2 weeks, you've got to ramrod the show here, okay? And we'll be using you as our contact. All right, and again, thank you guys very much for all your help. And this is a big part of the program. Thank you. Thanks for being here. And again, let's have another big hand for Coach Embry and what he's got going here.
Great job, Coach Folkz. Thank you, everybody. I wanted to introduce a couple people that are, I didn't introduce Glenn Koblenz, who has been around our program and runs clinics. Coaches our fall team, Glenn Koblenz, and Rob Lyons. We can't forget Rob Lyons, because he's like, okay, on Wednesday we're going to paint the gym. Better show up. Go to work. Rob keeps us all excited about things that, you know, the stuff that as a coach you don't really think about, but man, do they make a huge difference. Fixing the facility up, making it look better. School, you know, what do we fundraise for? Well, so we've been fundraising, we got glass backboards at Cleveland so we can play, we fundraise for all that. Now the district's starting to say, well, people that don't have glass backboards, we're going to put them at Oxford, they don't have glass backboards, we're going to put them there. The other fundraising things we've done with this event. The varsity team is taking a trip. Last year we went to Medford. We took a trip to Medford and stayed for 3 or 4 days. This year the varsity team is going to Hawaii. We don't go to Hawaii every year. We will make a trip every year. That's our goal. Make some kind of trip. That's something for you guys to look forward to. If you make the varsity team, there'll be some kind of trip. California, Las Vegas, some kind of trip. And so it's not an unusual thing. Wilson went 3 times in the last 6 years to Hawaii, the same tournament we're going to. And my thing was, if they can do it in their community, we can do it here. So That was just a thing that we added, but we would plan to make a trip. Like last year, we went to Medford, stayed 3 or 4 days. We have to stay in hotels, stuff like that. The varsity team does get to do some of that. But our other fundraiser, this is not our only fundraiser. Our camps, fundraise for the youth program, been doing that. Our clinics, we're having a shooting clinic. If all you guys, I want you to, if you want to be a good shooter, you need to come to our good shooting clinic that we're going to have. And I know a lot of you are working, and so you want your kids something to do. We're going to keep them busy on the afternoon of the 21st, 22nd, 23rd of December. We'll have a shooting clinic. It'll be $50, and you'll get work on your shot individually, 3 hours of just nothing but shooting the basketball. And we'll limit it to 50 kids because we only have 10 baskets. And so we have to limit it at the high school. But so we're doing a lot of other fundraisers. So we're having our first alumni tournament, Cleveland Alumni Tournament, Thanksgiving weekend. First one that we've had. We're going to try to do that on Thanksgiving weekend. Annually, that'll be later. It'll probably be at Christmas time. But this year we're going to do it Thanksgiving. Alumni tournament. So we're doing a lot of other things to raise funds to have this be the first class program we want it to be. Mr. Nemura. Corey Lyons. Yeah.
Come up here.
Get up here. Doing a lot. We need to Well, we roped Corey Lyons into doing a lot of this work on the free throw-a-thon. We've changed Coach. Appreciate all her help.
All right, that's it. So I just want to make sure that Corinne got up here because we know Rob is a great doer of it. But we really know what the secret is of this powerful team. So thank you so much.
Tell them about the prize.
You tell them. Here you go.
Okay. Well, the kids already got the prize information. It's pretty exciting. They have the opportunity with this free throw-a-thon fundraiser, not only to improve their shooting, but if they are the #1 producer, the first prize is a $300 Nike or Visa gift card. The second prize is a $200 Nike or Visa gift card. Third prize is $100 Nike or Visa gift card. And all of those prizes come with a trip to the Nike employee store. There's going to be 4 fourth-place winners who will win the Wilson Evolution basketballs. And we want really good team participation and the coach involvement, hopefully getting their teams inspired to do a good job at this. The top producing team is going to receive, they will all get the shooting jerseys for the full team, and the coach will get a pullover, Cleveland Warriors basketball pullover. So the teams have that incentive to work together also. But basically, everybody is making a difference with the program, and you're really helping out the entire community. So thank you.
We just have one more thing and then we're out of here. Thanks for your patience. We have 3 teams. They are 4th or 5th grade teams that don't have a signed coach yet. So we need a parent that will kind of take charge of them because they don't have a coach. Just to make sure the kids know about who to turn the fundraising into, when to show up when they're shooting, etc. So we need one parent from which team? Each of these teams. If we're going to work hard to get a coach. Doesn't mean you're going to have to step up and be the coach. It just means you're going to kind of be like the den mother over the program. It could be mom or dad of one of these 3 teams. Just step up and help us out so the kids can all get to the right place and know what to do. We appreciate it. Otherwise, are we good to go? Mr.
Good. We're good. Thank you.
I think thanks you guys. We'll see you all. When are you shooting? November 21st, Saturday. Everybody shoots at the Cleveland Gym. Thank you.